You Deeds, Oren here. Welcome back to another episode of the Fridge Magnet Power Rankings. So the first week of the final third of the season just got done, and now we're starting to kind of get a playoff picture and what teams are going to wind up where, who's competing and all that. And let's get into who I think are the top 10 teams. So number one is the San Francisco 49ers. And yeah, they had a Clash of Two Titans game against the 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And while they struggled to do anything in the first quarter of that game, afterwards, they just decided, let's give the ball to Christian McCaffrey. And then, Deebo Samuel did his thing too. And then the 49ers just kicked the crap out of the Eagles. They beat the crap out of the Cowboys earlier, who's one of the top teams. And now they've beaten the crap out of the Eagles. Teams like the Steelers, they made a statement week one there. And I think when they're healthy and they're the all-around best team. And right now, I think they deserve their accolades for being the best team right now. They were my pick to win the Super Bowl, I believe, if I remember correctly, with that prediction way back when the season started. So, and they're clicking on all cylinders right now. Heck, even Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy's in the conversation for MVP candidate. So, and then number two, I put the Dallas Cowboys there. So whenever you get blown out, Eagles, you tend to fall a little bit when I do power rankings, depending on what I feel like. And this is one of those cases. But you know what? Yeah, you're number three, so I might as well just put you right there because I'm talking about you right now anyway. But you know what, Eagles, Cowboys, you'll have a chance to sort that all out because you both play each other next week. So prove me wrong. But the Cowboys, they did have somewhat of a nervous shootout with the Seattle Seahawks, but they managed to pull out and that game with a win. And the Cowboys have one of the largest point differentials in the league. They've been one of the best all-around teams for a while now. They do a good job of beating up on teams that they're supposed to win against. You got Bland, who's trying to go for that record for pick sixes, from what I heard, and filling in nicely for the injured secondary player that they had that was really good. And then Dak Prescott, he's actually ranked as the number one quarterback in terms of PFF grades. So he could very well be an MVP candidate as well. If I had to call the MVP right now, I think it might be him, just kind of a shot out of a dark candidate. But the Cowboys are one of the best teams in the league right now, and I think they deserve their accolades. And then the Eagles, they have the best record right now. They did defeat teams like the defending Super Bowl Kansas City Chiefs, and they're still one of the best overall teams. They got that brotherly shove play still. It's hard to find a weakness on that team, but when you get the crap kicked out of you by the 49ers, probably should drop a little bit, like I said there. So, anyways, number four, I put the Miami Dolphins. They are currently, last I checked, the top seed in the AFC at the moment because the Chiefs lost to the Packers. And let's move these up just a bit slightly. I want to put the 5 in that spot. And you have who is it? Tyreek Hill, who's trying to go for that single season wide receiver reception yards, on pace for like 2,000 yards or so. So he's had that 74-yard touchdown among lots of other plays. So he's really making a case for that, trying to go after, the Calvin Johnson stuff. And the Dolphins, they still remain to be the all-around best offense in the NFL right now. And it looks like the AFC North is a lock for them at this point. So maybe they will get the number one seed over in the AFC too. Because the AFC is proving to be a bloodbath and everybody's beating each other up over there. Speaking of which, the next best team in that conference, Baltimore Ravens, they could yet still be the number one seed. They, I think, are definitely the Philadelphia Eagles of the AFC in terms of, being a really good RPO type of team. You got Lamar Jackson, who's another MVP candidate. The Ravens had a bye week this week as well. So, but, they have one of the best, if not the best overall defense in the league. They can run the ball really well. They're both their offensive line and defensive line is really good. Just another solid all around team. So, and then, with the exception of Mark Andrews, their tight end, they've been staying really healthy and been producing results for the most part. So they're especially a tough team to play at home, even if you're an NFC team. So number 6, Detroit Lions. This is where I'm putting it for now. So you bounced back from that Thanksgiving loss against the Green Bay Packers. You put up 21 points within 7 or 8 minutes against the Saints in their dome, their Superdome, or whatever you call it. But then you let them kind of come back a little bit. But a key turnover and a key touchdown helped you put that game away. It's early here in the morning. And the new that Bruce Irvin, new edge rusher that you got, he's already kind of making a difference there. He got a sack, but he's so old school that he's gonna kind of learn, how to hit a quarterback properly without getting a roughing the passer penalty. Because man, did he hit Derek Carr and take him out of the game. He had multiple injuries, like concussion, shoulder, back, and that sort of thing. And then, but the Lions held on to their own. And Sam Laporta had a monster game, so worthy of offensive rookie of the year stuff. Although at this point, it looks like it's probably going to go to CJ Stroud. So the Lions, I think, they're at 9-3, and they just need a couple more. I think they just need to get to 11 wins pretty much. And, I think they'll pretty much have the NFC North wrapped up really soon if they can just win these next 2 games. And then the rest, the Vikings and Packers, bad things happen with them. So it's getting closer and closer with each week that's passed. And then number 7, this is where I have the Kansas City Chiefs. Great defense, lackluster offense as of late. And, not even the refs could bail you out from Lambeau Field when you guys went into Green Bay and lost. So still the defending super champions. You still have the Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen of the NFL with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and all that. So, and then Andy Reid and the cheeseburger loving head coach. And I've been seeing a lot of your comments, guys, lately. You guys really just want to see me eat another cheeseburger. So I have a plan for that coming up soon to satisfy your guys' need to see me eat cheeseburgers. Because apparently that's what I'm famous for on YouTube now, I guess. So, but yeah, Chiefs are at number 7. And here's where we get into kind of the the teams that are the shockers and the surprisers, I guess. Number 8, the Indianapolis Colts, probably the one team that I don't know much about this whole year, but they have they're currently in the postseason right now. They're like the team that keeps winning the games they're supposed to against the worst teams, and even without their number 4 overall pick, Anthony Richardson, who they drafted number 4 overall and decided to have them, instead of sitting him for a year and letting him learn and develop, they decided to have him start right away. And then he got injured early and he's out for the season. So nicely done, Colts. But regardless, you have Gardner Minshew, who's fighting like heck to, get a starting job somewhere in the future, and, throwing the targets like Alec Pierce. And your special teams got a couple of forced punts as well. So, you're getting the job done. So good for you guys. And then Houston Texans, number 9. And you ended the Broncos 5-game winning streak. More on those particular people in a moment, but you still got CJ Stroud, who's doing really good things, probably the clear-cut choice for offensive rookie of the year. Tank Dell got injured and is out for the year, unfortunately. He was one of their top targets there. And then, your defense is stepping up when it needs to, because you had D'Amico Ryan's head coach, a defensive-minded one who's really getting the stuff done over there. So, and they're fighting for a playoff spot as well. And then, yes, number 10, Jacksonville Jaguars. You're still up top of your division, but I dropped you at the number 10 underneath two other AFC South teams, just because, you lost to the Bengals when they played a backup quarterback who had more than 350 passing yards, and that Browning, as well as Mixon, who had 80-ish yards and 2 touchdowns. And I just want to say, Jacksonville, I am so sorry about what happened to Trevor Lawrence. And that curse wheel from that other YouTube channel must be really, really real. You had your wide receiver also get injured at the very start of the game too, not to mention Trevor Lawrence there, injured and out. And that curse wheel was spun twice and landed on Jacksonville, but they realized they spun it the wrong way, and they just wanted to be sure and thorough, so they spun it the other way just to be sure. And they also landed on Jacksonville then, so it landed on him twice, and they seem to have gotten cursed, twice or maybe 3 times, depending on how you look at it, because they lost 2 of their best offensive players. So I cannot stand for this and what happened with that. We all know who is to blame for that. So but luckily I thought of a solution for it. I still have to build it, but I'm going to do something to counter this, and I call it the Curse Shield Wheel. I'm going to spin my own wheel, and whatever team that lands on with my power rankings, they are going to be shielded from any curse that might happen to them. So we're doing it this way for now until I build one. See who it lands on. Looks like number 7. Yep, number 7. So Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, certain people with curse wheels are going to hate that one. So if the Kansas City Chiefs get cursed in any way, like if they tried to get cursed, then it won't happen because my curse shield wheel is protecting them. So let's see if it actually works when the Chiefs play. Because this curse wheel, I think, really needs an exorcism of some kind. But anyway, to recap my power rankings, you got number 1, the 49ers, number 2, the Cowboys, number 3, the Eagles, number 4, the Dolphins, number 5, the Ravens, number 6, the Detroit Lions, number 7, the Kansas City Chiefs, who are shielded from any curses this week, number 8, the Colts, number 9, the Texans, and number 10, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Feel free to let me know in the comments. And then that's it for this Fridge Magnet Power Rankings. And until the next time, go Lions, one pride.